Hello folks, fellow YouTubers and friends, and welcome again to Boomtown Laboratories. I haven't made a video in quite some time, and might take about 30 seconds to explain why. I was having some medical problems with my legs and my hips. It seems I had muscle and nerve deterioration, but we've got that under control now, and I've joined the gym and about 10 days ago. So alright, enough about me. Let's go back to the last couple of videos I made. I was trying to do a ceiling fan to PMA conversion, and we tried several things, and if y'all would please, the ones that haven't seen those videos, go and watch them. This was the last thing we were doing. We took a piece of plexiglass, heated it up, put it inside the ceiling fan casing like so, and well, you know, just like anything, if you don't really think something through, it has problems. Well, this one had problems, and the thing is, with a magnet, once it's against a piece of steel, it's pretty strong. But the slightest bit away from that steel, okay, and it loses its power. Well, your stator in the ceiling fan is steel. So the more you pull it away from the steel of the housing and closer to the stator you get, the stronger your glue has to hold things in here. Well, while I was recuperating from my illness, did a lot of thinking on this, and well, we're going to trash this idea. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we found in my scrap pile out in the back a piece of 6-inch Schedule 40 pipe. Now, let's see, what did I do with that sucker? Oh, there it is. The casing, I mean, it comes so close to fitting, it is almost ridiculous. In fact, with a rubber mallet, you can knock it in there, but it's a little bit on the snug side. Way too snug for my way of thinking. Now, if you look right here, you'll see there's a welded seam. That's where the pipe was made. And if you feel like this, where it was cut, there's rough edges. So what we're going to do is grind this down just a little bit, and then we're going to take a grinder and just barely bevel this and get rid of these burrs and see if this thing fits a little bit better. Now, if it does, and I'm pretty sure it does, I'm about 99.9% positive. So what we'll do, now, I bought 2-inch long, 1/2-inch wide, 1/4-inch thick magnets to go in here, and they set so far away from the stator, that's why we put the plastic in there. But then the plastic again pulled the magnets so far away from the casing that it couldn't find a glue strong enough to hold it, keep it from pulling itself toward the stator. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to have to order new magnets, because let me show you something here. The two housings of a ceiling fan, of course, the shaft of the ceiling fan has the bearings on it. They go right in there and in there, and when they come together, they lack about 1/8 of an inch of touching, like that. Okay, so, and that's 2 inches from outside to outside across there. Well, that was the whole purpose of having the 2-inch magnets to start with, is that helped me get my gap. Well, now that we're going with this, and it will be on the outside, then what we need to do, okay, is cut the pipe 2 inches wide, so it's the same size, and then come in here 3/8 of an inch and cut this around here like that. Now 3/8 here and 3/8 here will be 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 from 2 inches leaves 1 1/4 inches. So I'm thinking that if I get some 1-inch long, 1/2-inch wide, and because we're going with more width, because this will be on the outside, we should be able to get away with 1/2-inch magnets, 1/2-inch thick. So I'm going to order those tonight, some 1-inch by 1/2-inch by 1/2-inch magnets. They will be a lot stronger than the ceramic magnets we did in the very first PMA. And the first one was kicking out a lot of voltage and quite a bit of amps as well. But the magnets I'm getting here, I'm hoping they're going to be anywhere from 10 to 15 times stronger. Hopefully we'll get more amperage and more voltage at a slower RPM. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the RPMs down to where someone can build a ceiling fan or any kind of a PMA that will produce usable power under very, very low wind conditions. Here in Dallas, Texas, we have an average wind speed of 10 to 15 miles an hour year round. However, the days that the wind doesn't blow at all, or 3 or 4 miles an hour, or 5 miles an hour, you know, when you average in the days it blows 15 to 20 or 25 miles an hour, then you still wind up with an average yearly average per day of about 10 to 15 miles an hour of wind. So what I'm trying to do is get a PMA that will produce usable power at 5 to 6 miles an hour. And I'm hoping we can do that with this. Anyway, I'll order those magnets tonight. Oh, let's see what we can do about getting this thing cut down just a little bit before we put it up in the vise. And in fact, I don't even know if I'm going to put it in the vise. This thing weighs about 150, 200 pounds. I'll probably just cut it right here with my bandsaw. But let's see if we can get rid of this seam down in here, okay? Oh yeah, that's real good. Now we'll go around the outside and see if we can bevel that just a little bit. Oh, it's not enough of that time. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now when we cut it with the bandsaw, we should have a little bit better edge, but we're still going to do the same thing to it. On the seam, let me get this shield off here. On the seam, which is right here, like I said, we're going to cut the casing of the ceiling fan down to where it only sticks in there 3/8 of an inch. So we really don't need to grind that seam all the way down. Just make sure we don't put magnets on top of it. But I've got it a little over 3/8 of an inch inside. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's gonna go fine. I don't want to do much more than that because I don't want to have any problems with it. But it's gonna go in there. It's gonna go in there perfect, really perfect. Now, the next thing I'm trying to do, and I hope I'll bring it up when I actually do it, is when we cut this 2 inches wide, we're going to position our magnets, or get the positioning for the magnets and mark them. And then I'm going to drill like 3/16 diameter holes, and then all the way through, and then on the outside I'll take a 1/4 or 3/8 inch bit and countersink it. The reason for that is when I glue the magnets in, I'm going to probably use an epoxy. And with an epoxy glue, if it comes through the holes and fills the countersink, it'll be like a rivet or the head of a bolt. And just give it a little bit more strength, that's all. But okay, that's about as far as we are right now. It's getting late today. Today is October the 27th, Sunday. And it's in the afternoon. It's about 6:25 p.m. I always try to mention the time so that it actually documents and denotes the time that I'm doing something. Let's see if we can get this puppy out of here. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, this video is not going to be very long, so it's going to be the first part of a clip. And I'll make another clip of me actually cutting the pipe 2 inches long, and I'll make another video of cutting one of these. I won't make it both. I don't want to bore anybody. But I've got a little technique that I learned when I was a young man doing commercial sheet metal work. I was in the Union 100, local 100 out of Norfolk, Virginia for 18 years. But anyway, it's called a scribe. You just make it out of a little piece of metal and scribe around here where everything is marked exactly the same every time. I'll show you how to make one of those on my next video and scribe one of these and then cut it. Okay? Alright, so much for that, but I've got a really, really good feeling about this one. Okay, I need to go in the office and get on eBay and order those magnets. Okay? Everybody have a great whatever's left of the weekend. It's Sunday. I hope y'all have a great week, folks. Bye-bye. Okay, folks. I figured if I'm 99.9% positive, sure, that this is going to work a lot better than anything else I have tried or have seen tried before, I figured what the heck, we'll just spend a little extra time and dress it up some. So what I'm doing is taking my belt sander and getting rid of all this paint and rust and stuff, just shining it up, make it pretty. It's also going to help me see the line when I go to cut it, and this is going to be a very, very brief clip. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Oh yeah. That's gonna make it real pretty. Alrighty. Okay. We've got her cleaned up all the way around, and what we've done is we've taken our tape measure and an extra fine point Sharpie, and we hooked our tape here and measured it at 2 inches. And what we did is we marked both sides of the 2 inches, being sure that when you mark this side, you roll the tape measure down, mark this side, roll the tape measure down so you get it as accurately as possible. Now, the reason the tape measure is curved, because the more curve it has, the further out you can stretch it without it sagging. It's a good feature, and you just learn to take care of it. Now, we're using I like to recycle stuff. We were using an old return envelope off of a bill that I paid over the internet. I mean, you know, save a stamp. Give me a break. Alright, you line it up so it lines up with all of the dots, and just simply mark it. Like so. I like to do it twice. You know the old saying, folks. Journeyman marks once, jackleg twice, and the damn fool just keeps right on marking. Well, I don't mark 3 times. A little on the crazy for that. But I'm not quite a damn fool yet. Make sure she lines up with all the marks, nice and clean. Gives you a nice clean mark. Okay, well, we're going to finish marking it all the way around, and then we're going to take the portaband saw and see what we can do about scribing that. Now, we're going to have to start on this side and come this way with the portaband, because that way I want the saw to cut on this side of the line. I want to barely see that line, at best at half of it, when I actually cut it. So I'm going to cut a groove that will help guide the blade, but I'm going to cut that groove all the way around. Then I'm going to go ahead and come to this side, because the stop on the portaband saw puts the pressure against your material you're cutting on the left hand side. That way, if I put the groove in, then I'll have something to follow when I bring the portaband saw on this side, and the pressure will be against this and not this, and therefore when I get to the final cut, it won't twist this out. It'll just hopefully just cut it right off, especially with its own weight. Okay, alright, I'm going to finish this round and grab the portaband. Well, there it is, folks. Got it all cut off. We're going to have to clean it up a bit, bevel the inside edge here, spruce it up some, and where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the weld on the inside. We cleaned it up pretty good back here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up too, and wire brush the inside, bevel this edge. Yep, it's going to be great. Next video will be I'll have this, and I'll go ahead and drill my holes in and countersignal like I told you, and we'll have her all marked off for the magnets. But I can't make another video. There's not any point to it until the actual magnets do get here. Okay, everybody have a great week. It's October the 28th. It's 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, that's Dallas, Texas, anyway. All right, everybody have a great week. We'll make the next video. We'll start it when the magnets get here. Bye bye.